Hello everyone, in this video we are going to do more practice problem on simple interest. So here we have our very first problem. Find the total interest paid on rupees 9,000 at 7% per annum for 4 years. Also find total amount. So here we need to find total interest and total amount, which is P plus interest. So to find the interest, we have formula which I have already discussed in my previous video. If you need any assistance, you can go and check. Here what is given? 9,000. 9,000 is principal amount which is given. Interest rate which is 7% and time period which is 4 years. So these all the datas are given. Now we need to find I, which is P times R times T over 100. Now substitute all the values of the given figures. 9,000 times 7 times 4 over 100. This 20 will be cancelled with these 20. So rest of the value we have 90 times 7 times 4. So after multiplying these three quantities, we will be getting 2,520 rupees. So this much interest one has to pay on 9,000 rupees. Now total amount after 4 years, how much amount one has to pay? So total amount he has to pay, principal which he borrowed and total interest. So amount he borrowed is 9,000 plus interest is 2,520 rupees, which is 11,520. So this much total amount one has to pay after 4 years. So here we have our next problem. On what sum of money does the simple interest for 3 years at 9% become rupees 675? So first we will try to understand what is given in this question. So 3 years, that means the time period is given. So I will write T equals to 3 years. Now next 9%, that means R is given. So I will write R equals to 9%. Now rupees 675. What amount it is given? The simple interest. 675 rupees is the simple interest which is given. And what we need to find? On what sum of money? Sum of money means P we need to calculate. So the formula will be I equals to P times R times T over 100. Substitute all the values. So I is given 675 equals to P we need to calculate times 9 times 3 over 100. Now to calculate the value of P, we will transpose rest of the values to the other side. So 100 will go in the numerator and 9 and 3 will come in the denominator. So P equals to 675 times 100 over 9 times 3. Now 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 2 is 6, 3 times 2 is 6, 3 times 5 is 15. If you will divide 675 by 3, you will get 225. Now the rest of the values are 225 times 100 over 9. Now 9 times 1 is 9, 9 times 2 is 18, so 9 times 5 is 45. So P equals to 25 times 100, which is rupees 2,500 or 2,500. So on this principal amount, the interest will be 675 for in 3 years at rate of 9%. So here we have our next problem. Find the time in years in which 3,100 rupees will amount to 4,092 rupees at 8% per annum interest rate. So what we need to find here? First, we need to find time. Now 3,100. This amount is borrowed amount, and after the interest, the amount will become this. So P equals to 3100 rupees is given, and A equals to 4092 is given. Now interest rate, which is 8%, is given. Now what we need to find? We need to find. But before that, we have to find also I. And we know the formula for I. We know A equals to P plus I. So if I want to calculate I will transpose this P to the other side. So I equals to A minus P, because here it is an addition, so it will go in the subtraction. So I equals to A minus P. So I will be, what A is given, 4092 rupees and minus 3100. So we will get 992 rupees. This much is the interest amount. Now we have the formula for interest. I equals to P times R times T over 100. Substitute the values. So 992 equals to 3100 times 8 times T over 100, because here we need to calculate T. Now keeping the T one side and transpose rest of the values to the other side. So 992 times 100 over 3100 times 8. Now cancel these 20 with these 20. 8 times 1 is 8. 8 times 1 is 8. Then 8 times 2 is 16. And 8 times 4 is 32. So if we cancel 992 by 8, we will get 124. Now the time is, the rest of the value we have 124 over 31. 31 times 1 is 31. 31 times 4 is 124. So T equals to 4 years. In 4 years, at the rate of 8% per annum, the amount 3100 will become 4092 rupees. So here we have our next problem. At what rate percent per annum the sum of money 1500 rupees amount to 1710 rupees in 2 years? So what is given? Sum of money is given, which is principal. So P is rupees 1500 is given, which amount to this value, that means A is given 1710 rupees in 2 years, means T is given, and what rate percent we need to find. So R we need to find here. So A and P is given. We know the formula, I equals to A minus P. So 1710 rupees minus 1500, which will give us 210 rupees. So this is the interest amount, and we know the formula for interest, which is I equals to PRT over 100. Substitute the value. So here I equals to 210, which is equals to 1500. The value of P is 1500 times value of R we need to find. Value of T we are given with 2 years over 100. This 20 will be cancelled with these 20. Now the value we have 210 equals to 15 times 2 times R. Now we have 210 equals to 30 times R. Now this 30 will transpose to the other side and it will go in the denominator. So R equals to 210 over 30. The 0 will be cancelled. 3 times 7 is 21. So R equals to 7%. R we always take in the percent. So the value will come with the percent. So at the 7% interest rate, the money 1500 will become 1710 rupees in 2 years. Thank you.